This is Alex from Mindful Wave Studio. You are listening to a series of 100 meditative questions to help you get clarity and get a renewed vision and purpose. We design these questions to stimulate you toward receiving all the answers, insights, and clarity that you need. You may answer out loud, in your head, or just let your subconscious reap the rewards. Be sure to visit mindfulwavestudio.com for more from Alex at Mindful Wave Studio. What do I want? What would I do if I weren't afraid of failure? Are my actions guided by love or fear? What would I do if today were my last day on earth? What would I give up if today were my last day on earth? Am I my own role model? Who are my role models? How can I be someone I admire? What am I really afraid of? What is holding me back? What choice can I make tomorrow to live a happier life? Do I care more about how my life looks or how my life feels? How does my current life feel? Am I chasing dreams that will make my life look good or feel good? Why do I care how my life looks on the outside? Do I truly know what feels good in my heart? What will I regret I've done up to this point when I'm older? What will I regret that I haven't done when I'm older? What unaccomplished goals will make my elderly self sad and bitter? What is my greatest gift to the world? Am I heading in the right direction? What will my life look in 5 years if I don't change anything about my path? What difficult choice do I dread making the most? Which choice would be best for me? What do I secretly wish would happen to my life? If a supreme being whispered into my ear to give me guidance, what do I think it would say? What are my blind spots? What have I been neglecting in life? Have I taken responsibility for my existence? What would it look like if I took responsibility for my existence? In what ways should I be more active and engaged? Where am I being too passive in engaging with my life? How can I take more responsibility for the attainment of my goals? Where am I avoiding responsibility for the attainment of my goals? Do I take responsibility for the scripts I run in my head? Who put these scripts there? Do I secretly like running self-limiting scripts or stories in my head? Am I in control of accepting or rejecting the ideas in my head? Am I aware of the things that motivate me? What motivates me? Do I know where these motivations come from? How can I be more aware of my own truth? What is my truth? How can I be more aware of my own intuition? What would hold me accountable for finding clarity? Do I already have a clarity that I'm unwilling to accept? Am I addicted to seeking for the answer instead of having the answer and moving forward? Am I avoiding responsibility for my gifts? What would it look like if I took more responsibility for my lack of clarity? Do I listen to the things I tell myself? How can I bring more awareness to the things I tell myself? What would happen if I watched every little thing I said to myself? How am I making myself helpless? How am I complicit in my own depression? How am I complicit in my own anxiety? What can I do tomorrow to take responsibility for making myself helpless? What can I do tomorrow to take responsibility for making myself unclear? What could I do tomorrow to take responsibility for making myself depressed? Am I ready to have clarity? Would I even be willing to have clarity and purpose in life? What am I unwilling to admit to myself? What am I unwilling to admit to others? What are the things I pretend not to know? What would I do tomorrow to live my highest truth? What would I do if I weren't here to live up to anyone's expectations? Do I realize on a deep, fundamental level that my life belongs to me? What would happen if I gave up the lie of being unable to change? What would happen if I took responsibility for what I make of my life from this point on? Do I accept that no one is coming to save me? What would I do if I were in charge of saving myself? What am I slowly realizing? Has anyone ever told me that what I want is important? Have I let myself know that same fact? Do I have the courage to go after what I want? Am I willing to have a relationship with my fears? What has happened to me when I've ignored my deepest yearnings before? Am I willing to voice my wants and needs to myself? Am I willing to voice my wants and needs to my family? Am I willing to voice my wants and needs to my friends? How does my soul feel when I suppress my desires? Am I willing to ask the universe for what I want? Would I be willing to listen to the answer? Am I willing to listen to the music inside of myself? Who is my worst critic? Can I eliminate them from my life? Why am I hiding who I really am? How could I live more completely? does living purposefully mean to me? If I were responsible for my wants and needs, what would I do tomorrow? What would I stop doing? What was I like as a child? What activities do I enjoy the most? How do I define success? What makes me forget the bad things in life? What is the biggest fear or phobia that keeps me up at night? What did I want to be as a child? Am I now that as an adult? Why not? Why did that change over time?